Welcome to Still Havens. Today we're going to talk about syncopation. In particular, a certain kind of syncopation. Even beat syncopation. You could also think of this as backbeat syncopation. And I'm going to explain more of what this is in a second when we go down to the guitar cam. Syncopation is a great way to give your playing a little energy and make it sound a little more creative and a little more driving, especially if you're on solo guitar and you're not playing with a band and you want to keep a groove going, you know? We've got tablature and chord charts as always to accompany this, and I'm going to help walk you through it. And if this large map behind me hasn't fooled you into believing I'm an intellectual yet, then check out this globe I keep close by as well. This way I always know exactly where I am. Now this is a fairly new channel and a growing community. No, my name is not Still Havens. That's the name of the community that I want you to be a part of. My name doesn't really matter too much. You probably don't care. But it is first name reveal at 500 subs. Thank you for being a part of this growing community. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun together. Let's get started. I'm not going to draw this out too long, and this is one type of syncopation. There are different types, and I'll go into different types more. If you're into that, let me know in the comments, and we'll do it even quicker. So first thing we've got here is this little A chord inversion. And what we're doing here to make this syncopated and to give it that backbeat syncopation is we are going to plant our fingers down on the muted strings on beats 2 and 4. And you could follow along with the tab to identify those beats and whatnot, and I'll point them out in the tab as well. Now just real quick, if you're unfamiliar with what the backbeat is, it's beats 2 and 4 of a measure. It's really popular in mainstream music and all sorts of music. It's generally in 4/4 time or an even time signature. And if you've ever clapped your hands to the song, it's just the 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're doing on the guitar here, we're kind of imitating what the snare drum would usually be doing on that backbeat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and basically like that. Now, let's check it out. We've got this little A chord inversion. And this is the first part, and you can follow along with the tab too. If we counted that out a little slower, 1 and 2. And you notice on that 2, we're bringing our hands down, and we're just trying to plant our picking fingers down on the string with enough force to give you that percussive kind of snap. And by doing this, we are imitating a snare drum. This is really helpful to keep a groove going, especially if you're like a solo guitarist or if you're accompanying a singer with no band behind you or anything. You could kind of enhance your groove and give it a little more momentum by adding this backbeat in there. And this happens on beats 2 and 4. So just listen to this first part really quick and follow along in the tab so you could see where beats 2 and 4 hit. And I'll slow it down too. Now we're going to move into the next chord. We've got a little A major 7 inversion here, and it's going to sound like this. And notice at the end of this measure, we have a little rest here, so we just pause for a brief second before moving to our next chord. And this right here is just a little A7 inversion. And we've got this really cool, what you could call an A13 right here. And it just hits one time before we move to the next chord. It sounds like this. And then after that, we move to our last chord here, which is a D over A. And notice at the end of that bar too, we have that same 8th note rest. We pause just for a second before going back to the beginning. And when you're doing this, really take your time, start slow and build up to a nice even tempo and concentrate on accenting beats 2 and 4. Really, you could follow along in the tab with this and also use your ear as well. Let's do another little playthrough with the tab and chord charts. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already a part of this channel.